Hello. I just want to thank you for being here today and taking the time to watch this video that will be all about preparation to your upcoming Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation 30-day cleanse with Purium and myself. So thanks again for taking this leap for you and joining me. Um, First thing I'd like to say when it comes to doing a cleanse is making sure that you're pushing yourself a little bit outside your comfort zone, giving yourself a challenge to build new habits, lifestyle changes, eating habits, but not doing it so far that it creates a lot of stress on you, and that it doesn't serve your higher purpose. So I would just say constantly check in with yourself, and I trust that you'll choose the right schedule and that you'll listen to your body when doing this cleanse. But everybody's journey is going to look a little different, and that is okay. That is one of the nice things and reasons why I align with Purium is because it is simple to follow and it doesn't have to be so stressful and so scary. It is actually fun. It's something that you can enjoy the process, and then you end up adding new things into your life that um, may stick around. New habits that can stick around for a lifetime. So, the quality of foods that you eat is equal to the quality of life that you live, and that is a quote from David Sandoval, and he is one of the co-founders of Purium. So, just want to share that. Some things that you may expect to experience while doing this cleanse is increased energy, better sleep, mental clarity. That was a huge one for me, and energy in the past when I've done this. Reduced cravings, boosted immune system, and of course, releasing toxins and buildup in our body. So that is a huge one. Balanced mood as we're moving forward with healing our gut, you will notice that your mood is more balanced or even improved. A lot of the brain chemicals are produced through the gut, so it's important to have a healthy one. And then throughout this class, we will talk about preparation. So, how can we set ourselves up for success in the next 30 days? And why does the quality food that we eat and drink and choose matter? Understanding your why, I think, is really important because if you have a clear intention when it comes to your cleanse, you can go back to that and you can feel remotivated by having a clear and definite why. So, we'll go into an exercise on that. And my food recommendations, of course, I always recommend you to listen to your own needs. And then last, I think it's important to foster a positive mindset when doing a cleanse. It may be challenging. There may be ups and downs, but if you just try to lean back onto the positives or flip the script, flip the thought, it can be really helpful. So I have a little bit of a guidance in there too. So I will send you this information if you'd like to that I'm going over here. But we'll start with some of my favorite tips. So when you're getting ready to prepare for your cleanse, number one thing is pick the schedule that you want to follow. So there's a few different schedules that you've been presented. So the simple schedule, this is simply crowding things out by the way of addition, flooding your body with superfoods in the AM, in the lunch, basically 2 meal replacements that you'd get with the Purium. I plan to do that this time. I have done the accelerated in the past, and in the future, I hope to do the regenerative health schedule that I will attach here in the email too, so you can look through that vegan option. So go through your packet and make a decision on which fits your lifestyle best. Um, Through researching Purium, they often recommend that you start with a simple schedule, but if you feel that you want to go a different direction and do the accelerated, go for it. Or if you felt you were ready to no longer eat any animal products and you wanted to really rely on fruits and vegetables, the regenerative health schedule is great too. So take a look and pick your schedule. And then number two, I think it's important and helpful to put your dates in your calendar. So when I've done the cleanse in the past, I found myself, I lost track of when to do that. Day 11 when I was doing the accelerated and kind of the every 2 hours. So as you're looking through your pamphlet and deciding on the schedule, you can go ahead and add the dates in your calendar. So I think what would be important is when am I going to add the super cleanse? So if you're on the simple schedule, it would be the last 10 days. And then if you're doing the accelerated schedule, it would be in the middle part, so day 11, and then 10 days from there. So put your dates in your calendar, start date, end date, and when to add in the super cleanse are, which is a herbal formula that is a deeper cleansing formula. So that will help remove bacteria overgrowth, candida overgrowth, parasites. It's a deep colon cleanse. So I'm excited about that one. And you can even put reminders in if you choose to do a schedule that you have to do almost like every 2 hours, which would be the accelerated or regenerative health. You can put reminders in your phone when to take your superfoods, even if that's helpful for like the AM or the PM too. So whatever works best for you. I just think having the dates is really important. Number 3, I'd say clear out your fridge and pantry and just have a really nice organization set up for yourself. So set yourself up for success by organizing your space. And when you open up your fridge, you have your fruits, ready, your whole foods, your pantry. It doesn't have any of the inflammatory oils or refined sugars in it or the highly processed foods. So take some time to maybe clean out, refresh, um, and just get yourself ready for when you do your grocery shop. And I think it would be great. Number 4 would be plan your meals. So if you have your guide, you can look at the lifestyle meals for inspiration of ingredients that you can use. But I'll also send a meal plan from the regenerative health team that has some really great recipes that you could plan some meals off of. I've heard there's a really good slaw, like kind of a Asian slaw it was that Julie recommended. So that will be in there. Um, but plan out your meals. What I like to do when I'm meal planning is make a list of what I want to cook. So maybe it's like buckwheat noodles and chopped zucchini in a teriyaki sauce, or it's quinoa veggie wraps in a romaine boat. So I make a list of the things that I want to cook and then make sure I have all the ingredients on hand for those. So then when I go to make it's more flexible versus like planning, okay, Tuesday I'm going to have this, Thursday I'm going to have this. So it's a little bit more flexible if you just have all the ingredients and your ideas planned out, then you can just choose, okay, this, or this, and fits in your schedule. Also, batch cooking, so making a meal that would last for maybe 2 days, so 2 dinners, or maybe a dinner and a lunch is a really great way too. You're putting in basically the same amount of effort, but you get to eat more than once off of it. So making a bigger batch, I think, is a great idea when it comes to meal prepping. And then another tip for you is to grocery shop with your list in hand. So either you take your Purium guideline and you just head to the grocery store with that, or after you do your meal plan, make out a list, bring that with you, or just walk into the co-op and just intuitively kind of choose some really healthy whole foods that you want to add in. And don't lose courage. Just don't get discouraged if you feel that you have to stop at more than one store. You might want to go to Aldi. There's a lot of great organic berries I can find there, cucumbers I can find, peppers there, avocado, or City Center Market is some really great options. So if you have to stop around, go ahead and stop at a few spots. But make sure that you're ready to go with all your groceries and try to have fun with it. Just enjoy the process. Um, and and the next step I would say is choose your time for prep. So let's say you want to do 3 hours of prep on Sunday, so you're ready for most of the week. Or what I would personally do is like Sunday, I'll do a couple hours chopping veggies, washing my fruits, setting up my snack containers, kind of making like little grab and go things I can do throughout the week on Sunday, planning out my meals, grocery shopping, and then maybe midweek, Wednesday, Thursday, I would do an hour just to make sure that I'm on track. Maybe that's stopping at the store or cooking another batch meal. So when you're plugging in your dates in your calendar, you could also plug in this time um, so that you have time set aside to set yourself up so that you have everything that you need throughout the week. So you're not tempted to like stop somewhere on the way that doesn't have great options for you. Just having something was a good tip that one of the ladies recommended is just whenever you leave the house, make sure that you have a little something. Apples were really a great go-to for me doing the cleanse in the past. Organic apples, grapes are really great to have. They're just so crunchy and delicious. So, and those hydrating fruits like that will be an accelerator to your detoxification process. So just always have something on hand with you. And the next tip is to set yourself up for making your hydration goals. So the recommendation is for you to drink half of your body weight in ounces of water. And life can be busy. We can forget to drink enough water, but if you set yourself up and you have maybe a couple water bottles ready to go before you leave the house, filtered water, you're going to be more likely to make your goal. So pick your number of ounces that you need to drink or would like to drink, and then see what it's going to take to get you there. Do you need 2 big water bottles and fill one of them up again, or fill your water bottle 3 times? So just get a good idea on that so you can keep yourself accountable to that goal um, of staying hydrated and flushing things out. So it's going to be key for you. And the next tip I'd like to use, and that I have used with my clients in the past, is to keep a food journal or a tracker. This can help you hold yourself accountable, and it also it's a great way to celebrate what you are doing. So maybe it's like an evening reflection journal, and you're taking a look at what whole foods did I add in today? What hydrating fruits did I add in today? Where am I at for my water intake today? So it's a great way to reflect. And also, if you need to make any additions or changes for the next day, you could set that intention there in your journaling too. So Purium should have, I believe you get a tracker with Purium, so you can use that tracker that came along in your kit, or you can simply just use a journal and just kind of log and see where you're at. So it's a great way to hold yourself to your goals, to look back and see, okay, where am I at? How did I do? Um, how did I feel? That's another thing too with journaling about food intake is after the fact, like how did my body feel when I ate this meal? So you can kind of look forward and see, maybe is this something I don't want to reintroduce, or just a tip there. And then next one is I would love for each of you to take this time to enjoy the process, not stress yourself out, but create a true self-care plan. I believe that your body will be more open to releasing toxins and detoxing buildup when you give yourself space to relax. So give your body space to relax and breathe. And I think naturally your body is just going to let go of things better that way. And I would say in your self care practice, if you could add in gentle movement, that's going to be so key um, for well, first for self care, and second for just gently helping things move out of your body. So, some things I think are really great is breath work, connecting with your breath, deep breathing, journaling, stretching, full body stretching. Epsom salt baths are really great if you're feeling sore, if you want to aid some things moving out. Highly recommend Epsom salt bath. And then I would love for you each to take a look into your routines and really see like what's working for me in my routine. And by routine, I mean in the morning, what are you doing to set yourself up for the day? Or in the evening, what are you doing to set yourself up for a good night of sleep? And within your self-care plan, if you wanted to expand on that evening routine, that could be really great. Just to set yourself up for a really nice night of sleep, because when you sleep is when your body is rebuilding and regenerating. So I think if you intentionally take more time in your evening, um, to just set yourself up for a good night's sleep. So some examples could be, okay, I'm not going to be looking at any blue light. I'm not going to be looking at my phone or at my laptop or watching TV for the hour or 2 hours before bed. Or instead of that, I'm going to read a book, or I'm going to light a candle and get my cozy pajamas on early. Um, you will have the cherry juice that you can add into your night routine, which I still, in between cleanses, kept that in my routine because it just helps with great sleep. It helps with inflammation. It helps with your skin. There is organic 30 cherries in the one serving that you would drink before bed. So that will be a part of your evening routine every day. And then another thing that helps with your lymphatic fluid, which is a system in your body that removes waste, is dry brushing your skin. So lightly using a dry brush and brushing your skin could be something you could add in for a self-care plan. But maybe that's a piece of your journaling is what would an ideal self-care plan look like for me? And then take action on it. And then the last tip that I have for you preparing for your ultimate lifestyle transformation 30-day cleanse is to understand your why. So set your intention for your transformation and go back to this as often as you need. So I shared with you, but my personal why is I'm really ready to just feel more energy, better energy. I want better sleep because I've noticed within myself when I have a better sleep, just hygiene, I have less body aches, I have more mental clarity, better energy levels. So I want to prioritize my sleep. I want to get into a good habit of meal prepping. So just prioritizing feeding myself and not skipping meals, which is why I want to do this one. So if you want to share your why with me, I would love to hear. I know a few of you have shared pieces of your why, and I appreciate you letting me know. But I'm here to support you every step of the way. So if you have a day where if you're having questions or you're needing a little bit of support, you could come to a group class or you can reach out to me, email or phone call, and I'm happy to help. So um, the next thing I want to go over with you all is why I'm so passionate about the quality of food that I eat and that I bring in for my family. I just know that the food choices that we make every day have a major impact on our health, our environment, and the health of the planet. So, choosing sustainable products help reduce environmental stress and then protect our natural resources. And you can trust in the Purium products that they are sourced from 100% organic, grown in healthy soil on sustainable farming practices, so in regenerative practices. So I just think it's really important. And when you choose organic, which is what I will recommend for you while you're on your cleanse, when you can find it, or all the time if you can. The term organic means that the food is certified to be produced without any synthetic chemicals. There's no synthetic fertilizers. There's no genetically modified ingredients. It's produced without radiation or sewage sludge. So I think the less that we can have toxins into our body and into our environments, the better. That's why I choose quality. And that also goes into like getting to know your farmers or choosing local, or if you do choose to eat meat, choosing grass fed or with eggs, pasture raised. I do believe that it contributes to the amount of vitamins, minerals, enzymes because using soil degrading pesticides like glyphosate that we're trying to remove from our system by doing this cleanse, it kills. It's made to destroy. And it's an antibiotic that destroys microbiome, bacteria, so microbes and bacteria. And that bacteria is actually helpful to human health. It's helpful to your digestion, which is helpful to your immune system, and then it helps you to fight bacteria that can cause disease. So I think that the microbes and bacteria in healthy soil are beneficial to our health, and I do not believe that killing it all with chemicals is the best way to go. So, why quality matters is when you are choosing whole foods, you, I think, are naturally crowding out other ingredients that are genetically modified or artificial or fillers, or added hormones. So, I think when you see and feel and taste the benefit of organic whole foods, you naturally start to crave that versus the other side of things. And just knowing that clean eating contributes to your longevity, your health, it lowers your risk to health problems. Overall, you're reducing the amount of chemicals in your body by choosing quality ingredients, which is why you're doing something great just simply by adding in the products of Purium, simply adding in the Power Shake, the aminos, the Biomedic, the cherry tart cherry apothecary juice. Um, you're just adding in super nutrients and quality, so you're doing something great just right there. Um, and know that organic farming creates healthy soil, and healthy soil creates healthy food, healthy environment. It's a better environment for the farmers, for the workers. So I think choosing quality food has a huge impact. And glyphosate, which is what the Purium protocols are in the Regenerate Your Health protocol, removes from your body up to 75%. It is actually a main ingredient in the toxic pesticide Roundup that is sprayed on a lot of um, produce and food products. It's an antibiotic that kills bacteria that's responsible for breaking down the nutrients in the soil. So we need that bacteria to break down the nutrients so that our plants and that humans can absorb it, which is why I choose organic. So I just want to give a special thanks to the Regenerate Your Health team. I am partners with them, and they have helped me on this journey in the past and are here to support us as well. So if you want to check out their website, it's regenerateyourhealth.com. There is a lot of educational videos on there if you want to dive in deeper. There is a video on glyphosate there that you could watch as well. And then also another special thanks to the Environmental Working Group. They have a lot of information on their website if you want to learn more about different ingredients, what to look out for. So check out their websites, highly recommend. And then next, I just want to go over with you food recommendations. So, like I mentioned a little bit earlier in this video, I believe that each of you and myself, we are all unique. We have bio-individual needs, and you know your body best. So, I think that only you can decide what is going to be best for you to eat. And I encourage you to listen to what your needs are on what schedule fits best and which foods to avoid. Of course, I recommend removing processed foods while you're on the cleanse, like inflammatory oils, processed sugars, any artificial, genetically modified ingredients. So I think you should lean on whole organic food during your cleanse, and just know that you're doing your body a favor. You're saturating your body with whole foods, organic foods, and you're just doing a great thing for your mind and body. This cleansing experience that I've been through, it's cleansing for your physical body and cleansing for your emotional body. It can help you gain clarity in yourself, clarity in your habits, help you release habits that are no longer working for you. So just really try to allow yourself to enjoy the process. And if things are coming up, maybe it's coming up because you're ready to let it go. So just give yourself grace throughout this 30 days and fuel your body with lots of fruits, lots of vegetables. And like I mentioned, fruits are definitely an accelerator for your detoxification process, especially the hydrating fruits. So starting your day, like even like in the morning until 12 o'clock with all fruits would be a powerful way to begin your day. You just feel clear. So that looks like berries, apples, melons, grapes. I like to start my day with a big glass of lemon water, like even up to a half of a lemon um, in the morning, and then move on to hydrating fruits. So I think that would be great if you want to do that as well. And I will send over some information that I received from the Regenerate Your Health community, Carrie Tidwell, about food combining. And one of the tips would be to not actually mix fruits with other types of foods. So like fruits and grains would be no, fruits and meats would be no. But I'll send this to you so you can see what you would want to pair along with each other. But fruits you kind of want to eat alone because they digest so quickly. And yeah, so when you're moving through this cleanse, just continue to check in with your goals, check in with your why, and consider removing inflammatory ingredients, so processed foods, artificial or refined sugars, gluten, dairy, highly processed seed oils. So that would look like canola, safflower, corn, soy oil. So take a look at taking those out, but there's still great quality oils you can add in. So like olive oil, avocado oil, coconut oil. Experiment with cooking with those, or even drizzling with the olive oil is so good. So, and if you do choose to add in dairy, I would do so sparingly, and I would look for maybe whole options, and if you can find grass-fed options if you do choose to add dairy, but just know that dairy is an acidic food. So if you could take a break, if you want to take a little bit of a break from that, it could be good for you to just just stick with the watery fruits and vegetables and quality ingredients. So you can definitely add it in, but it could be nice to take a break and see how it feels on your body once you reintroduce it. So just want to go through a few meal prepping tips for you because meal prep is going to be what sets us up for success when doing this cleanse. So I talked about lemon water and starting your day. I think it's helpful if you're on the go, waking up, heading out to work, to have a few of them chopped and ready to go in maybe a large mason jar in your fridge. That way you can just wake up, squeeze some in, and have a big water bottle ready to go, or throughout your day you can squeeze it on your veggie wraps, you can squeeze it on your salmon if you decide to eat that. Yeah, so it's just nice to have them chopped up ready to go. And another fun thing is you can do make ahead smoothie packs. So if you have like some reusable bags or even Ziploc bags, you can put your ingredients to make a smoothie right in that bag and have it frozen. That way in the morning or throughout the day, if you just wanted a nice pick-me-up like a smoothie does for you, you can grab a bag, dump it in your blender, add in coconut water or add in some regular water, blend it up, and you're ready to go. So that's really fun, is to make a few different recipes and have it in the freezer. I've found my favorite coconut water is, it's spelled CAIA, and I've only found it at the Sprouts Health Food Store in North Branch, but it's so good. And there's also one, I think, in Center City, but that's one of my favorites. And there's Harmless Harvest, but coconut water is so good. So that you can add into your cleanse. It is filled with nutrients, so add that in. Of course, we've talked about this, but selecting foods that are as close to the earth as possible, organic, clean, not sprayed with pesticides. I think you can just feel a difference in the flavor, the way it makes your body feel. That's why I'm so passionate about choosing quality and organic ingredients. It just, you can feel and taste the difference. And then another big one Another big one for me would be having the complex carb options and protein options ready to go to grab throughout the week. So maybe when you have that prep time set like Sundays or midweek, you know that you're going to make a bigger batch of like quinoa to add into wraps, or you're going to make a few pieces of organic chicken if you're adding that in to grab throughout the week. Sweet potatoes, brown rice, hummus. You can make your own hummus. It's very easy. Having that ready to grab for a few days is really great. So those options that may take a little longer to cook, I think having ready to go and ready to grab right from your fridge is wonderful. And yeah, I would recommend having those ready to go. And I want you all, next tip would be to think of the flex food. So when you're looking through the Purium packet and it has a whole list of flex foods like broccoli, like celery, like cucumbers, like apples. Think of that as an organic fruit or vegetable snack that provides you with this flavorful taste, chewing sensation. And the nice thing about that is it can help you transform long-term habits. So it's helping you transform maybe a stress eating situation that would be like chips or cookie or a go-to like that to something healthy, and it's a positive swap. So you're using these flex foods as snacks throughout the day when you feel like you need a little bit of a snack or a flavorful chewing sensation. Apples are going to be great for that, but this can help you move those negative habits over to positive. So try that out and think of the flex foods as high nutrient dense snacks, organic fruits and vegetables. And another one, if you work out of the home or even if you work in the home, just setting yourself up for success the night before, I think is really great. So set your supplies up, have it ready to go before you go to bed so you don't have a rush in the morning. You don't have to make all these decisions in the morning. We have plenty of decisions to make all the time. So if you have it all ready to go, like having your snacks ready, your fruit rinsed off, your shake measured out, um, like what I would do is I'll have a shake mixed and ready to go, or if I want to add in a few frozen strawberries, coconut water added to my blender. So I'll have that in my big water bottle ready to go, and then I'll have a second shaker cup, or I'll have a little tin kind of cup that I'll have it measured out in, and I could just grab that. Or if it works for you, this works for me too, is having one of my Power Shake bags. So I keep one of these at work and then I keep one at home. So then I don't have to worry about pre-measuring or anything, but do what works best for you and set yourself up the night before. So then your morning can be simple and you will set yourself up for success and have your clean eating options just ready to grab and ready to go. And then my next tip is one of my favorites is when you come to a time where you're going to be eating a meal, I invite you to try to relax when you go ahead and eat your meal, because when you do take a deep breath before you eat, or when you relax a bit to sit down and have your meal versus having distractions while you're eating, your body is signaled to start creating this digestive juice. So your body starts getting ready to digest the foods before you even take that first bite. Just by sitting down and getting ready to start eating, like smelling the food, your body gets ready. So I really recommend that you eat slowly, truly chew your food, relax your body to eat, and just create an intentional environment when you're eating. Let yourself have a break and just enjoy the food. That's one thing that this cleanse has done for me, and why I continue to do this is the last time I did the cleanse, which was back in October, I really had the intention of wanting to appreciate simplicity a little bit more in my life, and it kind of went beyond food, but it's just a beautiful thing to be able to have this satisfaction of and this gratitude to be able to go into the city center market and have these local options and have these organic foods and just appreciate how beautiful it is to be able to go grocery shopping in that way. And with your palate changing, you just appreciate like the food that you eat so much more too. Like I tell you, the way a hard-boiled egg was so good. It just is so good. And same thing with like crunchy, juicy grapes. Like how satisfying can that be? And that's just from switching over and removing things that are filled with like GMOs that kind of make you make you crave that type of thing, so you don't appreciate the simple foods as much. At least for me, that has been the experience in the past. So I think just relaxing and enjoying the process, creating intention behind, understanding your why in this cleanse, it can be a really beautiful challenge instead of being this like depriving type of thing. It doesn't have to be that way at all. I don't feel that it is that way. It's just, it's exciting to try something new. I hope you feel the same way. Um, but yeah. Next meal prepping tip is to add in plenty of the natural detoxifying fruit, vegetables, sorry about that, in the beginning. So the first few days, you could add in the foods that prep your colon. So like a kale, cabbage, the cruciferous vegetables like Brussels sprouts, asparagus, broccoli. So I like to add in an extra amount of those in the first few days. Um, and then when you are eating your fruits and vegetables, just make sure that you're washing them well. Sometimes I'll soak my strawberries in like a vinegar water and then rinse them off really well. Or maybe I'll scrub them down with a little Himalayan salt. Just wash your veggies really well and don't remove and fruits and don't remove the skin when possible. The skin has a lot of great nutrients too. So like sweet potatoes, keep the skin on. Um, and then recommendation from Purium is if you choose to consume meat while doing the cleanse, they do recommend to do no more than 6 ounces in a 24-hour period, and then combine any meats that you eat with green foods. So that's going to aid in the digestion process of that. So lots of greens right aside to the meat if you decide, and about 6 ounces. And then I just want to kind of say again, just to add in movement. Like gentle movement will definitely aid your cleansing process. There are stretches, there is YouTube videos that you can find. You could come to Willowbridge and take a yoga class, of course. Stretching daily is going to feel amazing. And walking, if it's nice enough outside, or if you go to the gym. Qigong, I think, is a great practice if you want to look it up on YouTube. I think it helps you move energetic things throughout your body, and it's just a nice, gentle movement practice that anybody can do. So, if you could add that in even daily, I would highly recommend. The last couple things I want to go over here are going to be some exercises for you to go back to and just fall back on throughout your cleanse. So the first one we briefly touched on earlier, but embracing the power of positive thinking. So just understanding that your thoughts have a huge impact on the way that you feel and your life. So if you can foster a positive mindset and a positive perspective, overall is going to be great for your acceptance, for your resilience, your gratitude, the mindfulness in all that you're doing in your cleanse. So there may be challenges, and that's okay to kind of shift your mindset and go through a few action steps of acknowledging your um, feeling it, and letting it go through you. And when you're ready, shifting the mindset. So focusing on the good things that you are doing for your body. So one great example would be if you do feel tired while going through the cleanse, your body's going to be doing a lot for you and you're going to be making a lot of changes. And if you do feel tired, I want you to feel okay with taking rest, and I want you not to have like shame attached with that. So acknowledge your feeling, and maybe the feeling is I'm tired. I've been doing this cleanse for 15 days and I'm feeling like I just need an Epsom salt bath, and I'm just feeling a little tired. So instead of approaching that situation with, I should be doing this, I should be doing that, shifting your mindset and saying, okay, I'm going to focus on the good thing. Look at all this I've been doing. I've been sticking to my cleanse schedule. My body is shifting things out, and I'm feeling like I just need some rest, and that's okay. So instead of feeling bad about it. I want you to focus on the good. Like, it feels good to need this rest, and I'm going to take it. So just do that, and maybe ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? So, what can I learn from honoring what I'm feeling and shifting it to a positive perspective? So, and then the other stuff that you could do when you're looking to foster positivity is take positive action. So, if it wasn't a blizzard outside, going to get some fresh air, taking a walk, plugging in some frequency music, or just listening to, nature, or reaching out to a positive support. So maybe in the beginning of this cleanse, you reach out to a friend and say, hey, I'm doing this new cleanse and I'd love to keep you updated, or have an accountability partner. I can definitely be that for you too if you need to reach out. Or within our group, we'll be meeting weekly, and I think there's huge value in just conversation and having this community setting. So I understand if you can't make it, but if you can, there's definitely a big value in the conversations that we have together, in the accountability that we have together too. So, but reach out for some positive support, maybe a phone call to a loved one, or just do something that brings you joy in the moment. So what brings you joy aside from all the things that you do, like the hard worker that you are, the great mom that you are? Just think of you, what brings just you joy, and try to add that in. So connect with that mindset and connect with your positivity throughout this. You can read through this page. I'll send this over to you. So if you want to read through what we just talked about, or go back to the steps, you'll have it. So the last thing that I have for you today is a journaling activity on you understanding your why. So why am I doing this cleanse? And when you try to think about your why, I invite you to also use that practice of shifting your mindset into a positive reasoning. So instead of saying, like, I feel horrible, I'm just aching, and just kind of going at it with a negative mindset, you could reframe that into a positive affirmation of, my body is feeling like it's ready for these quality nutrients. I'm ready to get disciplined in the way that I'm, treating myself and my habits. I'm ready to build my self trust, my self love, my self worth. I am ready to release any body aches that I sometimes experience. So just, I invite you, when you journal, to try to practice like making it into a positive affirmation. So like for me, with the why of being more energy, I could write, when it says write out my intention below, my intention is to feel vibrant and to have consistent energy levels and show my true self because I feel great. Or with the intention that I shared with you of wanting to be consistent in meal prep, I'm ready to, or I'm willing to show myself consistent care by fueling my body with high quality food. So think of it that way. But when you go through the sheet, just take a moment, close your eyes, create a good environment for yourself. So maybe turn on some music, light a candle, and just take a few breaths and focus on what you'd like to have happen. And just journal on it. And then when you think about what it would feel like when you achieve this goal that you've set, and this intention, this why, think about what it would feel like, and list some solid reasons why you want to do that. So why do I want to show myself consistent care and eating well? Because I know that I can show up as my most authentic self when I'm not skipping meals. Um, because I know that health has a ripple effect onto those around me. So when I take care of myself, it can empower others to take better care of themselves. So just think of some solid reasons why you're doing this cleanse and write it out too. Because having this daily connection with your authentic, inspiring intention is going to be key for you to reach your goals and ultimately embody the feeling that you want to feel. So just know that this meaningful intention is uniquely yours, and you can do it. So I am very grateful that you've taken the time to watch this video, and I'm extremely grateful that we're going to be doing this cleanse together. And just know that I'm here for you. We're here for each other, and if there's anything I can do, reach out. Thank you so much.